Well, it's Friday and getting ready to kick off a weekend, and I hope you enjoy it. The weather's looking really good, and we're doing this series. We think it's an important series to do right now with everything going on, and we're talking about the value of human life. And we started on Monday. I brought the first Devo, and we talked about how every person, no matter their skin color, no matter their age, no matter their where they come from, was created in the image of God. And you've heard some examples of how human life is important and we should give it dignity throughout this week. And today we're going to talk about one that this may be the hardest for me and really may be the hardest for you as students, because we're going to talk about how God honors and gives dignity to the life of the aged, of older people. You know, we live in a culture that kind of has a bias against older people. When we think of older people, sometimes we think of people who just can't seem to get their iPhones to work correctly. You may think of your grandparents or your aunts and uncle that you have to go over and show them how to log into Netflix. You may think of the term boomer. That's obviously turned into kind of now a derogatory term against, older people. And I'm not a boomer, by the way. Stop calling me a boomer. I'm a millennial, and I'm entitled. But we segment people based on age, and we tend to think, especially in our culture, that people who are older don't know how the world works, and that people who are older don't really have a good grasp on reality. What does the Bible say about that? Job chapter 12, verse 12 says, "Wisdom is with the aged, and understanding in length of days." So this is part of the Bible that's what we call poetry. So these are general principles that are usually true. And usually the longer people live and the more knowledge they've accumulated and the more life experience they have, the better understanding they have of how to apply their knowledge to life experiences. In Proverbs chapter 16, verse 31, it says this: "Gray hair is a crown of glory." Or my favorite is in the King James, where it said, "An old head is a crown of glory." But maybe this is the more politically correct version. "Gray hair is a crown of glory, is gained in a righteous life." Yeah, this may be true. My generation and your generation may know more. It may be true, not necessarily true. We may know more than people who are older than us. May be true, especially when it comes to technology and things like that. But there's one thing that they have that I don't have and that you don't have, and it's life experience. They have accumulated over the years the experience to know how to apply knowledge to life situations. And while you may have to go over to your grandparents' house and show them how to reset the password on their computer for the 13th time, they have some things that you need to know. And they can learn a lot from us about technology, but I believe that we can learn a lot from them about how to live a life that's pleasing to God. So if you have grandparents or aunts and uncles, or if you're part of the church here and you know some of those older people, I encourage you to give them dignity, to give them a voice in your life, and to see them as God sees them. People who are worthy and deserving of honor because of the years that they've lived. Have a great day. We'll see you back on Saturday tomorrow for another Devo.